Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fan. And that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Watch the slant.
Okay, go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Check right, check right.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check, check.
Watch the pass.
Check the mic.
Throwing Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on third and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Strong start by this defense. Third and short, they go with a run, stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Hey, Haywood. 18 Gator. Snap.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. That's to his running back, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Touchdown, Packers! One of the best punt returns we'll see, 93 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense. Like, look, don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And drive number 1 for them was a punt. We'll see what drive number 2 holds here.
And oftentimes you think to yourself, okay, second possession, let's go ahead and open things up. Let's get a little bit crazier on offense. Maybe it wasn't a matter of that. Maybe they just missed a block or two, and maybe they had the right plays called. Sometimes it's just the execution. Let's see if they can execute a little bit better on this drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Come on, D. 44's the mic.
Ready?
Jones now. Going to throw again. Looking for Shepard deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Get it.
Jones operating from the gun. He's got his man. It's Butler. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
A first down carry for Barkley. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is and the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. picked off by Jair Alexander.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 15, line it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
The 17-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
All day, dog.
Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley breaks the tackle, now an alley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the twist.
Hey, Delta.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike, 44.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Jones. Pass it. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Hakeem Butler, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if they ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Check, 42 to Mike. Check,
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
check. I'm coming, baby.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got this down to the 35. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Packers' 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Preston Smith on the tackle.
X3, 218, chop.
Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike Fofo. Defense.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
Replace, win. Let go.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Whip. Watch the whip. Over.
Here's Rodgers throwing again. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, he's able to find Wallace. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Rodgers going to throw. And Adams has it complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him. even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He'll take a shot for the... And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Jones now operating from the gun. Looking for Shepard deep. It's caught inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Team 6. Team 6.
Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third down, here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Giants. 54 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Hakeem Butler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
358! Go to 50! Hey, you block over here. Hey, Haywood! Get 300! Get 300!
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six on Giants touchdown. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for two.
Check pass. Check pass.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Buying time to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Watch the backer. Watch the backer. Hey, check Mike.
Hey, check 26.
Sweetheart.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Quick dance. Come.
Easy.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw right side, taken in by Wallace. The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, Delta.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Jones now back to the air on second down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Back to throw. Jones. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent gain, 35 yards. From the gun, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Set, ready? 30 base.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hey, orbit.
40's Mike.
Shoot.
Jones on first and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, wahoo!
Here we go again.
Here's Jones to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. The Giants on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be third and a mile. Looking to throw. Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Jones throwing on fourth down. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Rashawn Gary. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
13 yards, first down Packers. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers now to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Rodgers now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Rodgers looking to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.